Okay. Hello, everyone. We'll just get started in a minute. All right. So I'm just waiting for 60 seconds and then we'll start this particular lesson of guided newspaper practice. Just give me a hello in the comments box if you're in. The topic is pretty funny, but very informative with respect to how people behave. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Fine. Okay. Hi, Ravi, Saurabh, Aishwarya, Gagandeep, Vinil. Okay, so today we are back with yet another guided newspaper practice class where we talk about the basics of developing the English language. So what do? We take an article from the newspaper. We do 3 rounds of it. The first round being a combination of listening and reading. So a slow reading exercise. You can listen as I speak. And at the same time, you also read the entire article with your eyes. Try to capture as much content as possible very quickly. Okay, the second round will be speaking. So we take a particular paragraph and we are going to read it very slowly. Okay, 2 to 3 words at a time. Here, your objective is to copy the tone, stress, and pronunciation. The final round will be opinion expression and framing sentences out of the new words. Okay, hi Akansha, Pooja, Donna, Gayatri, Tenzin, Dheeraj, Dolly. Welcome everyone. Okay. All right. So today's topic is going to be around the television show Bigg Boss and why it kind of dwells deeply into how people behave when put in such situations, how people's behaviors change and so on. Okay. And how people plan to win. So what are some of the mind techniques they use? Okay. So it's around that. All right. Dolly, Gagandeep, Gia, Lily. Welcome everyone. Good morning. Let's get started. Okay. Bigg Boss, television's biggest social experiment. Okay. Let's see. Bigg Boss is a reality television show that has currently completed a run of 8 seasons on Colors, okay, and is based on Endemol UK's reality show Big Brother. All right, simple sentence. In the show, several participants cohabit a house. What do you mean by cohabit? What do you mean by the word cohabit? Pratiksha, Brijesh, welcome. Cohabit. Okay, cohabit means they inhabit the house together. Inhabit means they are in that house and they share that house with others. Okay, that is called cohabit. So whenever you have the word co, it means together. Okay, so cooperation. All right, so doing something together. Right, similarly, cohabit. Cohabit a house in which each of them must perform tasks and duties to avoid being voted out. Okay, all this under the watchful cameras of an omnipresent overseer. What do you mean by omnipresent? What is the meaning of omnipresent? Tell me. Good. Hello, Sneha, Alekhya, Saurabh. Yes, correct. Aishwarya, Pooja, Ayushi. Very good. Gagandeep, Donna, Priyanka, Hefin. Yes. Omnipresent means present everywhere. Okay, so it's like saying God is omnipresent, God is everywhere. Similarly, in that Bigg Boss, in that show, you have cameras which basically kind of record what the contestants are saying and doing and so on. So it's omnipresent. These cameras are everywhere. Omnipresent overseer. So overseeing, okay, means kind of having that broad outlook. Overseer, the Bigg Boss, and millions of viewers. So Bigg Boss is watching them through these cameras, and millions of viewers are also watching them. Okay, now let's go forward. Correct, good, Nupur, Ravi. Now, as the show unfolds, what do you mean by as the show unfolds? Tell me, what do you mean by unfolding? As the show unfolds, there is one aspect of the show that becomes clear. Okay, so imagine that you have a piece of cloth and it's nice and folded. Okay, and then when you open it up, you can actually see how the entire piece of cloth actually looks like, right? You have a handkerchief, you've folded it to a really small piece, but only when you open it, you can see the full design. Okay, so when you say unfold, it means completely reveal. As the show gets revealed, as you get to know more details, so as the show unfolds, there is one aspect of the show that becomes very clear. What is that? Bigg Boss is not much of a game show as it is a social experiment. Okay, social experiment means how people behave in a social setup. That is called social experiment. Okay, correct. Many of you are guessing the meaning very nicely. Good. Okay, that's how you improve your guessing skill whenever you don't know the meaning of a particular word. Let's go ahead. Hi, Shiv Kailash. Now, typically means usually Bigg Boss participants come from diverse backgrounds. What do you mean by diverse? Diverse means varied. Okay, a variety of backgrounds. What are these backgrounds? Artists, sports persons, politicians, assorted celebrities. What do you mean by assorted celebrities? Again, of various kinds of celebrities. So celebrities can be only movie stars, but not so. Okay, they can be movie stars, they can be those who participated in some singing show, some dancing show, and so on. Okay, yes. But the contestants are largely those already familiar with the cold, stolid stare of the cameras. Now, what does this phrase mean? But largely, these contestants are those who are already familiar with the cold, stolid stare of the camera lens, means that they have performed in front of the camera, whether it's acting, dancing, singing, whatever it might be, they have come in front of the camera, they know how to behave in front of the camera. Okay, so what do you mean by stolid? Stolid means stolid means a cool, non-emotional kind of a stare. Okay, and it's usually used in the positive sense. Here, it's used in the negative sense, but usually stolid is used in positive sense. So if I say that Balakrishnan is a stolid man, okay, it means that he does not show much emotion, but he has control over everything. It's like that. Okay, so MS Dhoni can be a stolid person. All right, some of you might agree, some might disagree. Okay, now correct. Rakesh, Dheeraj, Jia, good. Okay, now in fact, their behavior on the show can be attributed, okay, can be linked to their specific public backgrounds while still being largely generalizable to manners in which a common man may act. So, are you getting the meaning of this sentence? It says that when they behave in a particular way on the show, it sometimes shows as if, okay, he's a celebrity and he's from this background, so he's acting in this manner. But on many other occasions, you might actually feel that he's acting like a common man. Okay, so when they eat or when they do these daily household chores, it is relatable to the common man. Okay, now let's go ahead. However, so whenever you see the word however, you know there is a twist coming in. Okay, however, even seasoned camera ready celebrities could do with some useful reading before entering the house. So, even good celebrities, even before entering, they should read something. And what should they read? After all, nobody likes to be evicted in the first week of the show on national television. What do you mean by evicted? Nobody likes to be eliminated, right? So, this article is suggesting that these celebrities should read something, should prepare something. So, what is the kind of preparation they need to do? Let's see that. For a psychologist and an economist deeply interested in human behavior, okay, as these writers are, the writers of the show are, Bigg Boss offers a view into the strategic and sometimes not so strategic interaction between participants. Okay, so how participants are kind of interacting with each other in a very smart way and are illuminating from the perspective of social psychology and game theory. So whenever these contestants talk to each other, they're using these techniques of social psychology and game theory. Okay, so what is it? Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead. This particular approach to popular culture is not new. Let's see. There has been some study of applying the game theory concept to reality television shows, but not yet to Bigg Boss. Okay, using episodes from somewhat similar game show Survivor, a study from 2002 found that there is an optimal size of alliance that will help achieve victory, but only for one player. So, are you able to see this? What this particular research has said is optimal size of alliance. Because if you're friends with, say, 3 people in that Bigg Boss house, your chances of winning increase. But if you're friends with 10 people, it decreases. If you're friends with just one, then again it decreases. So there is an optimal size where your chances of winning goes up. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go further and see what this research says. Now, this is very specific to a very old season. Given that the current season of Bigg Boss, Double Trouble 2015, groups all contestants into pairs. So maybe 2 contestants had to be together as a group and they were now pitched against one another. So groups all contestants into pairs. Team dynamics will be of great importance. What do you mean by team dynamics? How interactions between teams take place, okay, and how each team is trying to outwit the other team, okay. Now, while most research focuses on TV shows with instant cash prizes, social psychology research, as far as such interactions are concerned, tends to focus on the role of gossip and displays of power. Look at this. Tends to focus on the role of gossip and the displays of power. Now, what do you mean by displays of power and not directly power? Displays of power means you might notice that even in day-to-day life, even in your office or in your college, and even on Bigg Boss, that there is not a designated leader. Okay, nobody will say he is the leader or she is the leader, but naturally people will kind of give them the leader status. Okay, so maybe in your college, maybe you were that person or someone else who would naturally take the leadership position. Okay, he or she would easily dominate the class, tell them what is right and wrong, take decisions for the class without officially being the leader. Yes or no? Have you seen such people, or have you acted in that way, where the leader is naturally standing out? Nobody is appointing him or her as the leader. Okay, so how do you do that? Those are called displays of power. Okay, so a little, if you're interested a little bit more, for example, usually you will see that those who have an open body language. Okay, so instead of says those who sit like this, those who sit like this with an open body language come across as powerful people. Okay, so whenever you see discussions between two, take an interview for example. Okay, interviewer and interviewee, there are two people. If one party is slouching and has a closed body language, that person feels threatened, and the other person who has an open body language has a more powerful role. Okay, and it has nothing to do with the designation. Okay, so next time you try and note that. Okay, now going ahead, since Bigg Boss housemates typically encounter each other on a continual basis, they keep interacting. Communication plays a crucial role in enabling victory for any player. Okay, a very quick vocab question. Continual versus continuous. What is the difference? Continual versus continuous. Continual versus continuous. Tell me, what's the difference between these two words? Hello, Viva, Ajanta, Aishwarya. Continual and continuous. Okay, so continual is step by step. Okay, so if I say that you have to study continually, it means that you study for 3 hours, then you take a break, then again you study for 3 hours, take a break, 3 hours. This is called continual. Okay, continuous means always doing it. If I say you have to study continuously, it means without a break. So can you study continuously for 2 days? Impossible. You have to sleep, you have to eat, right? But can you study continually for 2 days? Where you keep studying but take these breaks and go step by step? Possible. Okay, so that's the difference between continual and continuous. Okay. All right. Now going ahead. It is likely that the most communication takes place only through gossip in Bigg Boss. Okay. Now let's go ahead. In past seasons, we have seen that most conflicts, okay, between housemates arise out of judgment-based conversations between other players. Okay, so conflicts as in fights. Every week, housemates vote to decide which housemate is to be evicted, eliminated from the Bigg Boss house, a task that requires coordination and clear communication to pull off. What do you mean by this? Coordination and clear communication to pull off. What do you mean by to pull off? Tell me. Very simple. Guess with the context of the sentence itself. If you're not able to understand directly, and if you've not heard it, try to guess. Saurabh, Rakesh, Gagandeep, Donna, Akansha, Murtaza, Pooja, Ayushi. Could others keep participating? Yeah, and good, Niyati, Sana, very good. Lily, Aishwarya, Donna, Jia, correct. To pull off means to execute. To pull off means to execute, to get it done. Okay, it requires coordination and clear communication to execute, to get that job done. Okay, fine. Yes. Let's do one or two more paragraphs, and then we'll do the other exercises. What if housemates aren't well coordinated and can't be trusted? Okay, what if that happens? One of the key dynamics that may be influencing housemate behavior is attributed to a constant conflict between self-interest and other regarding behavior. Okay, so the conflict is that should I think of myself or should I think of others? And why should you think of others in this show? Let's see. Okay, very interesting. Contestants face the dilemma. What do you mean by dilemma? Confusion. And usually you will use the word dilemma when you are confused between two options. Okay, so face the dilemma of basing their actions purely to prolong their own survival on the show, okay, which increases their chance of winning. So only do actions that will make sure that they stay on the show, or to ensure that no rival is worse off because of their actions. Tell me if you're able to understand this. Yeah, my audio is clear to everyone. Just give me a yes if you're also getting my audio clearly, and tell me what this sentence, this fragment means. To ensure that no rival is worse off because of their actions. What do you mean by this? No rival is worse off. Yeah. What's worse off? Yes, that's the question. That's the trick question. They have to make sure they survive. Okay. They have to make sure they survive, and they have to ensure no rival is worse off because of their actions, which may involve being altruistic. Just guess this and then we'll move to the next bit. Tell me. Opposite team, correct? Good, Saurabh. Very good. Saurabh has kind of guessed it. Others, can you elaborate it in a better way? All right. Good, Lily. No problem is faced or makes it worse. Yes, a bad reputation. Okay. So when I say no rival is worse off, it means that when a contestant is doing some action, it should not result in the rival being in a disadvantage. Okay. So imagine if both of us are in the big boss house. I should not take any action that will put you at a disadvantage. Put you as a disadvantage. Why is that so? Because everyone is watching, and then people will say that, "Hey, I am the bad guy, and I put you in a bad position." Right? So that is the trade-off, or that is the dilemma that they face. Should I think selfishly so that I win? But if I think selfishly, then I would cause harm to you. And if I cause harm to you, then the viewers will not appreciate me. Okay. So that's again harming my chances. Right. So that is the entire game. That is the balance that this game is based on. So that is why all these strategies and game theory, all these aspects come in. Okay, fine. If you're interested more about this, there is something called Game Ball or Money Ball. I'm not sure about the name. You can search it on YouTube. Same concept of mind tricks to win a game show. Anyway, okay, good. So I hope all of you understood. We'll stop here with respect to passage reading. Now I want your opinion on this. Now, when it comes to the opinion, tell me about these strategies. Okay, let's very specifically discuss about that aspect. Okay, what do you think between this balance between my own selfish chances versus thinking for others, thinking altruistically? When I say altruistic, it means being unselfish. Okay, if I'm unselfish, if I only think about the others, then maybe I'm reducing my priorities. Okay, so tell me on that. Tell me on this particular balance. Is there a way out, or do you think there is no way out because everyone is applying this strategy? What is your opinion on it? Okay. Altruistic means unselfish. Okay, thinking only about others without thinking of personal gains. That is called altruistic. Prolong. Good question, Rahul. Prolong means to extend. Extend their own survival. Prolong their own survival. Extend their own survival. Good question. We will do sentence formation on that as well. Good, Rahul. Good. So the previous one, that phrase was also explained by Aviva and Utkarsh. Good. And Akansha too. Good. Tell me, what is your opinion on this? I want you to think from the game theory point of view. Okay. So, what will people do? What do you think people will do? Will they think of their selfish motives, or will they think of others? Or will they do it at times? Will they be opportunistic and act based on whichever is relevant at that point of time? How do you think people will act in such a situation? A slightly difficult question for you today. Or do you think that the end goal itself is different for some people? For instance, here it says that contestants prolong their survival on the show, right? But what if someone really does not want to win the show, but just wants some screen time so that he or she can get some buzz, get some talk, get some opportunities outside once they're out of the house? So if the goal changes, if it's a common goal, then there is conflict. But if the goal is not common, then okay. Yeah, it's a game as per the idiosyncratic nature of others. Very good, Ravi. Excellent. Khatija, yes, they have to be altruistic. Okay. Good, Saurabh. They have to apply their strategies without being obvious and show it on the camera. Okay. Interesting. What do the others think? What do you think? Tell me. Depend on who the rival is. Good, Akansha. Good. So Akansha is selling play to the weaknesses of the rivals. Okay. Good. Contestants toggle between good one, good sentence, Sana, between their self and portraying a character for camera. Good. Gagandeep show they don't think about they are selfish as such. Good. So Gagandeep is saying basically they're all selfish. Okay. So even if they try to be altruistic, they're just showing it. Good. Okay. What does Rakesh say? Rakesh says at the end of the day, it's about the interests of the people outside the house, how they reflect their actions, okay, how they're portrayed. Good. Okay, according to the situation, Lily says no, not everyone would be altruistic. Okay, good. Ashwarya says game of balance. Good. Always assertive. Shiv Kailash, maintain behavior. Good. 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 Very nice. Very nice. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So now let's very quickly do some speaking exercises. But for that, we will do the rest of the passage. Okay. Some more interesting insights for us about people's behaviors. Let's go ahead. Therefore, now repeat after me. Therefore, there is a trade off. There is a trade off, balance between cooperating with others to save oneself from being evicted and ensuring that no one else gains from such cooperation. Why? To ensure that non-cooperators are evicted as soon as possible. Okay, let's keep going. While, repeat, while these should ideally be the broad goals, these should ideally be the broad goals for any player in the big boss house, and we dare say in broader life, very similar to life as well. We see that there are some players, who enter the house with a pacifist attitude, means violent, okay, aggressive attitude, therefore refusing to be drawn into fights and gossip. Okay, sorry, pacifist, non-aggressive. Okay, sorry, that's the meaning, non-aggressive. Pacifist attitude, therefore refusing to be drawn into fights and gossip. Okay, next. Meanwhile means at the same time, some other situation is happening. So let's see. Meanwhile, there are almost always a few players. Okay, punch this word always. There are almost always a few players who are keen to disrupt the balance in the house. To disrupt means to disturb. Disrupt the balance in the house, thereby creating distrust, 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 and animosity within the house. What do you mean by animosity? Animosity means ill feeling. Okay, ill feeling, negative feeling, some kind of bitter feeling inside. That is called animosity. So if you say I have some animosity against my boss, which means that I have some bitter feeling against him or her. Okay, that's what it means. Yes, did all of you repeat it? I hope you didn't just listen to it. Did you all repeat it? Give me yes if you did. I hope you just didn't listen and you repeated the words. Okay. Now, All right. Good. Good. Okay. So now time for us to frame sentences out of the words we learned. So there was one word that caused a little bit of confusion. So let's pick that up and ensure that we don't get confused. This one, the word prolong. Prolong means to extend. Okay. You can use it in multiple sense. Okay. You can say that the class prolonged for over an hour. Okay, so it extended for over an hour. It went on for over an hour. You can say, you can use it in multiple instances. You can say that new medical facilities prolong the life of critical patients. Okay, they extend the life of critical patients. You can say, if there's an argument, then you can, I don't want to prolong this discussion anymore. Okay, I don't want to extend this discussion anymore. Okay. Good, very good. Deepthi, he died after prolonged illness. Okay, an extended illness. Very good. Others, prolonged details of the examination. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Not extended details. You're saying that, full analysis. It cannot be used in that sense. The lockdown was prolonged, Khatija. Very good. Puja, always prolong gossips. Okay. Nobody thought the pandemic will prolong. Prolong for months. Okay. Doesn't fit totally. Okay. You can say will be prolonged. Okay. Next, ventilators will help prolong the life. Good. Companies develop new models to prolong the machine's life. Countries are suffering from prolonged pandemic situation. Niyati, Shiv Kailash, weekend classes get prolonged than the stipulated time. Okay. Manoj Kumar, lockdown has prolonged another. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Next, let us do this word. Okay. Altruistic. Altruism is the state of unselfishness. Altruistic is an adjective. This person is altruistic. Okay. This action was altruistic. Okay. So give me sentences with altruistic. So you can say that my friend is extremely altruistic. He does not think of himself. He always donates money to the poor. He gives a lot of money to charity. Okay. Or you can say that it was a pretty altruistic act of this person to give away the captaincy to that person. Okay. Whatever. So that's called altruistic. Or you can say altruism. You can say that I want to practice altruism. Okay. The state of unselfishness. Okay. I want to practice altruism from next year. Okay. Being very unselfish. Okay. The biggest quality of monks in India is altruism. Okay. So they're very unselfish. Another example. Easy. Yes, volunteers are altruistic. My mother is altruistic. Our PM is altruistic. Good. Some quick, correct sentences coming in. Others? Okay. Wow, wonderful. Saurabh. Good. Aishwarya. People are being altruistic. Dheeraj. Good. Shiv. Good. Ajanta. Fine. Ravi. People have been seen as altruistic. Just say people are altruistic. But okay, have been seen. Fine. Different one. Good. Aarti. Jaya. Vishak. Very good. Vishak. Donna. Sana. Pooja. Good. Okay. Mother Teresa was. Okay. Good. Purple Diva. Very nice. Donna. Very good. Very good. Okay, one more. Let's do this one. Dilemma. What do you mean by dilemma? Akansha, effective altruists. Good one, good one. More than is typical. Great sentence, Akansha. Very good. Okay, Pratiksha, altruistic people are few and far between. Very nice, very nice. You're using a word from one of the previous newspaper practice classes. Very good, Pratiksha. Very nice. Good. Few and far between. Wonderful. Glad you remember it. Dinesh Karthik altruistically handed over captaincy to Owen Morgan in IPL. Good sentence, Sahiti. Next, dilemma. Dilemma. What do you mean by dilemma? It's a confused state. Okay, you're in confusion. If you say I am in dilemma, I am in confusion. Contestants face the dilemma. Contestants face the confusion. Usually used when you have two choices. Okay, very clear-cut choices. And then you have to decide. Dilemma now. Okay. Let's see. Niyati, Janvi, my friend is altruistic. Aarti, teachers are always good. Kritika, being altruistic. I was in a dilemma to join. Good. I'm in dilemma for buying the best. Good. I'm always in a dilemma. Get the spellings right, everyone. Double M. Okay. Double M. Social dilemma. Good. I was in a great dilemma. Good. When I was in. Okay. Good. Good, Donna. Very good. Gagandeep, I faced a dilemma for choosing. Okay. Rakesh, the pandemic situation is a kind of a dilemma. Yes, but pandemic is a general state, right? What are your clear-cut choices? What are your options? Only then you will use dilemma. I'm in a dilemma, or I'm in a dilemma of whether to go for a job or for higher studies. Good. Very nice. Vishak, dilemma of finding courses. Excellent, excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm in dilemma to do shopping this time. Good, nice ones. Okay, so all of you are getting this very nicely. Good job done. So that brings us to the end of this exercise. Good 3 rounds today. A very interesting article. A lot of insights around how people behave. First 2 rounds being listening and reading. Then we touched upon a little bit of speaking, and then opinion expression and sentence formation. I hope you're writing these words down. You're making a note of it, because not all words might be new to you. Some of them you might have known earlier, but 1 or 2 words would definitely be new. Okay, every day. So just make a note of it. Think of it in other instances, in other context, so that it really sticks to you. And when it really matters, that is on the exam day, it comes to you, because that's what matters, right? Okay. So on that note, thanks everyone. Very quickly, we'll be talking about the advanced program that we have, the fast track program. Not for the existing members. Niyati, Jia, Murtaza, Dolly, almost 60-70% here. Akansha, Shiv. Not for the existing members. It's only for those who are not part of it and who might want to know more about it and want to get it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All those. Yeah. So what is this program? Very quickly, I'm just going to share the link. Once you fill up this particular form, our counselor will call you, and then you can discuss the program, and then you can get it. Okay, so what is this particular program? It covers all the 4 learning features. One is recorded lessons, listening, reading, writing, speaking, grammar, vocab, pronunciation, all of it inside our mobile app. So you can have a look at that. You can even have a look at the syllabus, all the videos. The videos won't play until you enroll, but you can have a look at what is being covered totally. Then you will have daily live classes. So 7:30 to 8:30 on weekdays, you will have practice. 8 to 10 p.m. on weekends, you will have concept classes, 1 week per section, and an exclusive week for grammar as well. So that, because that is the building block of English, right? And then we will have detailed mock tests. You can take them anytime you want, listening, reading, writing. We'll send you the questions you have to solve, send it to us. We will evaluate and send you a detailed report. So it's not just correction. Okay. It is basically telling you exactly where you're going wrong, how you can improve, and so on. And then you will have unlimited doubt clearance as well. Okay. So inside the app, a pretty detailed program and pretty affordable as well. All you have to do is fill it up. Our counselor will call you, and then once you get your questions clarified, you can get it. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. Yeah, Shiv Kailash, Pratiksha, good, Ajanta, Arti, yes, correct sentence, Arti. Niruja, parents are in a dilemma to send or not to send me abroad for studies. Very good, Niruja, nice one. Okay. So take care everyone. I'll see you in the next class. Until then, bye-bye. All the best. Keep studying, keep practicing hard.